is to the sons of men.
That's right. Only to men is we supposed to be prophesying to, man. Give me Isaiah 4:1 real quick.
God, my favorite scripture.
This is going to be the rule of the women. And then give me, I think it's 2 Timothy 2:15.
Isaiah 4:1. And in that day,
in this day that we finna enter into, this is the scripture that will have your wife or your woman leave you if you in this truth. But go read it.
And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man.
That's right. And that number 7, 7 is a number of completion. So it could be 7, or it could be 7,000, or it could be 700,000 women. Because we're not just going to inhabit the earth, we're going to inhabit those many mansions so-called Jesus or Yahweh was talking about in Matthews. And those mansions is all the other planets. So we're going to have many wives as men of the people on this side. We ain't just going to have one woman. And in that day, our women is going to be with that.
God.
They're going to be okay with that because the Most High is going to put them back in their right mind. They ain't going to be our enemies like Micah 7:10 says. Can you give me Isaiah 32:1? Because we're in a time right now before the destruction of America, which all you women should be trembling right now. Because the scriptures do talk about rape. But read that real quick.
Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women.
That's right. We in those days right now. You see all types of women getting, ever since they created women's liberation, you see all types of women getting killed, getting beat up, getting put in canals. But that's going to increment exceedingly during this martial law when people ain't going to have no regard to nothing. Hold that and get back to 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. Start at 10.
2nd Ezra 15:10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before.
That's right. So just like the Most High smote ancient Egypt, aka Mizraim, before the so-called white man went in there and changed it, because the word Egypt comes from, it's a Greek word meaning bondage. Going back to the Exodus, the book of Exodus, but keep going.
And smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof.
That's right, because back in Amos 9:8, it says it's going to destroy the sinful kingdom off the face of the earth. So it's back in the 2nd Ezra is backing up Amos 9:8. Keep going.
Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation.
And that's what we just got done reading with the news article. All these crops is failing. There's a drought. The food ain't growing. That means there ain't gonna be no food for you people to buy. Then it's gonna be killed. It's lucky. Then it's gonna be killed or be killed in America.
Right.
Survival of the chosen. Because there ain't no such thing as survival of the fittest. It's survival of the chosen, who the Most High predestined to survive this destruction. Those who are written in the book of life. Go on.
Second Ezra 15:14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another.
That's right, that's a war. One people shall stand up to fight against another. That's talking about a war, but keep going.
And swords in their hands.
That means they're going to have, what's the modern day sword? A gun. They're going to have guns in their hands. Didn't we just read about they prepare for martial law? Keep going.
For there shall be a sedition among men, and invading one another.
They're going to be invading one another. So if you got a house, you got to worry about your neighbor breaking into your house, trying to take your food or your wife or your children. Because they're going to be invading one another in America, man. Keep going.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
That's right. You ain't going to regard the police, man. You ain't going to regard the city mayor. You ain't going to regard Jerry Brown. You ain't going to care about Barack Obama. You're going to be able to do whatever you want to do. And they bring it out in these movies. The most recent movie was Batman The Dark Knight Rises. They put it in the movie what's finna happen in America. What happened to the police? They was killing the police. The elite, the Illuminati, the Rothschilds, the elite English banking cartel that run the world, that are worth well over $600 trillion, they know what's going to happen to this place, and they put it through avenues like the media and Hollywood, trying to warn you people by a term called hidden in plain sight.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
That's right. Now, this is my own speculation. If you travel to 99 North, you got the freeway divided up. Now, that's a good choke point to cut these cities off. And in between that, you got enough room to put some tanks through. Some military tanks. Because you wouldn't be able to do it the way it was, the two-lane freeway, how it was. That's the reason why they cut all that shit down, so they could set up checkpoints and, if need be, pass military tanks through it. Because they're going to starve off these cities so they can reduce the population and kill people off. Going back to the Georgia Guidestones, they want to reduce world population to 500 million. That's the reason why they're having this global financial collapse. They're going to have this martial law. They're going to have these concentration camps, and they're going to have World War III. And World War III is going to kick off once Israel attacks Iran, and they said they're going to do it before the November election. And the end game of World War III is 200 million missiles, which is the lake of fire it was talking about in Revelation, not those underground, under the earth crust, underground realm where a devil is there to meet you. That's all a bunch of bullshit. Because when you die, your spirit goes back to the spirit world. Your spirit, nobody goes to hell. Everybody goes back to the spirit world.
You're in hell right now. This is hell for you Israelites.
That's right.
You Mexicans, you Native Americans. Look at your people. Look at the condition of your people. They're in hell.
That's right.
This land used to belong to you, and you used to prosper, and then it was taken from you, and now you're catching hell. That's right. That's the devil.
If I get that in my... What is it?
Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When
That's
the
right.
morning...
That's what the so-called white man does during his high rises. He goes to the top floor, his UN councils. He has meetings about, okay, we need to try to get the so-called Mexican out of America. Let's start with Arizona first. Let's develop a law called SB 1070 where we're going to try to kick the Hispanics out. Let's try to close these borders up because there's too many Hispanics in here. Or let's set up Planned Parenthood in predominantly minority neighborhoods so their women can have abortions so we can reduce their populations. Let's go create HIV and AIDS in a laboratory and cancer and all kinds of other bioweapons so we can put on these people to reduce their numbers.
Just like smallpox blankets.
That's right.
That they gave to the American Indian. Here we have a gift for you, and it's got disease in it, and start killing the people. That's how this devil gets down. Historically. That's bio-warfare right there. This devil been doing the same thing, going all the way back to the beginning. Because that's why the Most High created him, to be wicked and evil, and to do that kind of thing. And the Most High used this devil to punish you Israelites. That's why the white man came over here and did the things that he did, because God put the spirit on him to take you down and punish you for turning your back on the Most High, because he's your God. He's not the white man's God. He's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the people on this sign. And that's it. These other nations have their own God. This is the white man's God right here, Baphomet. This is the East Indians with the dot on their head. Buddha. Shame on you Mexicans for worshiping this. Yeah, right. That came from Spain. This right here is a vagina. It is. That's what that is. And this guy right here, all you Hispanics are worshiping this guy.